Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how you can actually lock your Google Meets on the way out. Just like leaving your classroom and locking it so that only you can enter, you can do the same with Google Meets, making sure that when you leave Google Meet, you will be the next one back in on your own link. Students won't be able to rejoin. That works for join codes and that works for calendars. Here's what that looks like, starting with join codes. So you may be used to starting with join codes, especially if you're at elementary. You'll punch in your join code and you'll hit continue and you'll be able to join your Google Meet. On the student side, they will of course take that same join code. I am going to shut off camera and mic, just hoping that it can keep this computer moving along. Join now. And here's a look at the student view of the iPad. I've got that connected here. So on the iPad, the student will type in the join code and they'll be let in just fine. You'll go about your class as usual. And then when it comes time for class to end, here is how you lock the door. You make sure that everyone else is out first. So the student has left. I'm back in my teacher side. You can tell because I have host controls. I'm going to go down to my blue icon here, my shield. Quick access, you can basically change in your mind to lock and unlock. So what you're going to do is to lock the door is you click it and it goes gray. This locks the door for you on your way out so that you can leave comfortably. And here's how we know it was locked. Now, on the student side again, if the student goes to punch in that same join code that just worked, and usually there's the couple minutes they could get back in and they type join, they now have to ask to join because you locked it. Well, asking to join isn't going to go so well because you've signed off for the day and you're not there to let them in on the other side. Essentially locking the Google Meet on your way out. They will not be able to get back in until the next day when you are in there first with that join code. So this is how you can lock your Google Meet. Now let me show you what that looks like on the calendar side because it works that way too. So here on the calendar side, I've created a calendar invite. I've invited my same student here, my test student. And so what the student will see is they will join class just like usual. And you will join class. And since everyone's on the same invite, they can get in until quick access is flipped on and off. Let me show you what that means. All right, so now you're in your meet, you have class with students, and at the end you want to lock that meet at the end of the day so that they can't get back in when you're done, have gone home. You make sure that they leave the meet, and then you do the same thing that was done for the code where you turn it off. This is the equivalent of locking the door, and then you leave. Now, they will not be able to join for as long as you are not in that Google Meet. So you're done, you're gone. Here's what it looks like on their side. Going back to the student side, they try to click in or they pass the URL around or however they want to share your link. It's not going to work because that link now has to have someone on the other side to let them in. It's just going to sit and spin here this entire time and they won't get in. On the website side, not on the iPad side, it will say you cannot join because the host is not in the meeting. And this is because you have turned quick access on. And actually, quick access is likely a good thing to just leave turned gray. Excuse me, I said turned on. Turned gray, which is actually off. You could just leave quick access off because they'll be able to join when you're in and then they can't when you're not in. So head on into that Meet URL, flip that toggle off, and rest easy knowing they cannot get back into your specific Google Meet without you being there. I hope that is helpful. Thanks.